Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Deadman9001, the voice of the GrexofFaria Channel, here on YouTube and the Deadman9001 stream on Twitch TV. Welcome to another series. We're going to do a little bit of Let's Play. Please ignore all of the spazzing light shows. But anyway, playing SimThemePark. Glorious game from a long time ago, made by Bullfrog Studios and Electronic Arts, when it was just known as Electronic Arts. You see I've played a little bit here in recent time. So this game is essentially just making a whole new theme park.
Or a full simulation game. When you're finished, click the check button.
And you get your choice between two different parks. You can be the Lost Kingdom and Halloween World. Now there's two parks you can choose from at the beginning. You need to have keys in order to open up the next zones. So you have to start with one of these two.
This key will get you into the Halloween World and Lost Kingdom parks
because you have the one key. This guy talks a lot. You can change all those options here. In fact, we can change it now if we wanted to. We can change all of these things. I could change the resolution, the graphic quality. I can change all of the volumes and everything. And maybe I will. Maybe I'll do that. No. Let's go back to where it was. There we go. We'll just leave it alone. But anyway, so let's get into this park. So what do? Well, you're about to find out. Nice little loading screen here. And of course, yeah, he's got to be like, oh, welcome to this world. Well, anyway, so here's the basic layout of each park.
Enter a land of prehistoric.
So you start out with a general area. Eventually you can increase the size of it. This fence is pretty much the full borderline of the property you're allowed to have. And that's pretty big. Anyway. So you can start you start in 2000. And this game was made in 1999, I believe, so. This is where your people will come from. They'll either come by a boat or by a bus. And here's your park. Now, some general controls. If you ever try to play this game, the arrow keys are what change the direction you're facing. And you have to pretty much move your cursor to the edge of the screen to get it to move. Fortunately, it doesn't do that on its own. Pressing up and down, zoom in and out. And left-clicking pretty much does everything. So, we're going to make a basic park here.
That meter on the left side of the
start
panel
out,
shows how happy the visitors are.
and I think I'm either going to leave this there. But anyway, so you actually hit this button, and it'll bring up all the ride features and stuff like that. Of course, he likes to talk about everything here. I'm not paying attention to anything he's saying, so don't worry about it. I could even turn him off right now, but anyway. So essentially what I really want to build off on is, no, not clearing the land. Around fountain. So he's going to pop up every so often just to be annoying at the beginning, but eventually he will start leaving you alone for certain things.
To put in a path, just click on an
I'm going to make this section of the park kind of the area you get food and stuff.
First you move.
So I'm going to set a security camera here. Not that it matters. Bathrooms matter. Bathrooms always matter. And again, if you're playing this game trying to figure out controls, the arrow, the greater than or less than keys, right about where the comma and the period are, that is where you can change the direction the item is facing, one way or another. So yeah, I'm going to put the burger shop down. He's going to talk about I need rides, blah, blah, blah.
That you can use to buy cool things like special rides.
And you can kind of bunch all your shops together. I'm kind of interested in doing that myself, so kind of bundle all these attractions near each other. You can change the prices of the game, kind of even out some of the costs, because they can win on a spree or not. So I'll lower the fat, increase content, and make it 36.
The park looks great.
It sounds
except
great,
for one
doesn't it?
thing.
$36 for a drink.
Rides. Have you
But
thought
hey, I'm
about
gonna be
building
good
some?
and limit the amount of ice I put in there. So how about them apples? So we're not making anything. I don't think you could... From what I was playing it a little bit ago, you can't quite change...
Move the blueprint to wherever you... to build the line.
You can't quite change the... What was I thinking of?
On this screen, you can...
I don't know. I forget what I was talking about, but anyway. Let's talk about that. So I'm going to get some of the more expensive rides in here first.
To build...
Each ride has to have an entrance and exit, basic stuff. And you need a trash can, or else they're just going to throw junk everywhere. They're going to throw junk everywhere anyway. So time to open the park. Now it sets your ticket value at 20, but you can really just jump it up to 40. I'm going to set it for 35 for now, so that people will have a low expectation. There's not a lot here. So, and you can even change the capacity each ride. I like to do that.
Drag the slide.
I'll leave the speed down. You want the excitement level to be pretty high, so, or at least high for the beginning. You gotta bring in the hype. So what else can we build? Well, we've built everything that I want to build, so let's hire some people into this place. Yeah, we have employees coming in right after we open it up. That is a bad name, Pete Blow. Rajan Tandy. Paul Carpenter. It sounds like a great name for a janitor.
If you want to buy something,
Gonna put Brooke here. Mr. Brooke.
this is where you come to get staff for your park.
Obviously, the more expensive the monthly wage, the better they are at what they're doing.
This is where you come
To
to
hire a
get staff for
researcher.
your park.
Doesn't really matter. They're usually pretty good. That's a David Picard. Pecan.
find out
Never
if-
mind. And I think that's all I'm going to do for now. You can get... Each park has an entertainer, you know, a guy that wanders around in the suit entertaining people. And then you can hire guards. I don't really want to do that right now because that's a lot of expense that I have. And the fact that I haven't seen anybody come into my park yet, but here comes all the people. So that's it for that. Let's make it look pretty. So again, if you're interested in controls, Control will allow you to spawn many of the same thing without having to constantly click on or go into this thing. So if you were to do it any other point in time, you know, you press down, now you have to click on it again, or you make a path over it like I just did.
To clear an
And I can clear it out. So let me just put another small tree here. So if you click on this, you actually have the ability, when you hover over it, to left click, and it will cause you to be able to plop down another one of the items. Get another couple of these around. And finally, let's get a staff room. Now, a staff room is where your staff rest. It's important to have one here. Maybe not here in the center of everything, but it is important to have one in your park. Or else your staff are going to get really exhausted and they're not going to do anything. So,
on this
did anybody even go on any of the... Oh, they're on the rides. There you go. Another cool feature of this game that I really enjoyed is that you can actually ride in the coaster or the rides with, you know, all the passengers on there.
Maybe you should research
So it's a neat
more.
feature. I like the go-karts. That's, you know, dino carts.
This is
I
where you
really love that.
discover new stuff to build.
And originally when I
Dragging
was
the
playing it as a
horizontal
kid, that
sliders
was the
sets how much
thing that I would
research
always
gets
go
done
for.
in each
Just get the
field.
go-karts.
You know, like rides or shops.
You
And
can
those pumps
increase
on the right show how
research.
fast
And the more scientists you have, obviously, the faster the research goes. And at the beginning, there's not a whole lot of kids in the park. I may, perhaps, wanted to put the bathroom in a different place.
You've pretty much built all of the sideshows that are currently
I don't know what he's
available.
saying.
Have you thought about
Okay,
researching
yeah.
some more?
I've built all the sideshows. But anyway, it's important to keep an up on each of the bathrooms and all the rides because they will break down. State of repair. Obviously, the more into the red zone you go, the less reliable it is. So if I were to say put a capacity of 6, that means less reliability. But we'll go to 5 here, maybe 10 here. So currently still losing quite a bit of money. Obviously, when the kids come in and start going on all the rides and everything, they're going to increase. They're going to give me more money. So. Built all of the shops yet. Balloon shop is next. This is kind of looking pretty much like the park that I had, so I think we'll put the balloon shop right. I know I just put this down, but right here. Why not? Leave it there. Increase quality of goods.
You've already built
What did
all
we
the shops
research?
that are currently available.
Have we researched
Do you
anything?
want to research
No.
some more?
And he's gonna come bug me about it. I think the only other thing I want to build right now here... No, not yet. More visitors. So that's kind of counterintuitive to do all that, but this is what where I would like to put it. I think I spaced this a little bit too far, but I had this right here. The problem is if I put this down, the entrance is going to want to link up here, so no one can actually go around the park. So, which is fine. We can just put it somewhere else. So right now we're losing money. It's going to happen. Beginning of your game, you're going to be losing money because you don't have enough people in the park.
And its visitors. Click the buttons beside and above the graph.
And not enough people actually, getting you stuff. So the games are where you're going to make your games, and your shops are going to be where you're going to make most of the money. Obviously, better quality stuff, and people will be more happy about it. I'll lower the prices just so people are interested in some of the things, but there we go. Another thing you want to keep on is bathrooms and the trash cans. The more you have, the easier they are to access, the better your park's going to be. Obviously, no one's going to be wanting to walk all the way from, if you're building it all the way from here and have to go to this bathroom. So that's why cleanliness is also an important feature with these bathrooms. The more clean you are in them, obviously you're not going to have to worry about it, but once they start getting dirty, well, the kids are going to get sick. And when the kids start getting sick, your janitors are going to have to do more work, so they're already going to have to clean these anyway. So if you need to clean it, there's the box. Repairing, there's the box. Probably have to repair something in the next episode anyway. So, I'm going to keep these to 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, 10-minute episodes, because there's not much to do in the first episode. There's not much that I am interested in doing right now, because I want to save some of this room and all of this room for other things. So, this side is pretty much all dedicated to the go-kart track, because kids love go-kart tracks. In fact, there will be a huge line waiting for it, and it'll be attached up there. So, I could do other things. I've built pretty much all of the features, everything else, aside from all the other shops. So we're still researching this pretty heavily. We could get somebody else. I'm getting an upgrade for this because this breaks down a lot. And maybe we'll get the Stonehead.
Like rides or shops.
Try to keep it around 15. Okay. So, in the meantime, guys, thank you for tuning in and watching. This is Deadman9001, the voice of the GrexofFaria Channel here on YouTube. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and take care. Bye-bye.